he's like, he lost the paper.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Wethersfield High School gym. It is a big night tonight. It is senior night for boys basketball, final game of the regular season, and also senior night for the Wethersfield cheer and dance teams. We have a plethora of seniors being honored before the game. Ceremony is just about to start on court. We will kick momentarily to special guest public address announcer Ronell Montz, who will have the MC duties for our ceremonies tonight, honoring the 6 seniors on the dance team, 10 on the cheer team, and the 6 seniors on the boys basketball team. You have found us here on YouTube. We are live. We're going to kick it over now to public address announcer Ronell Montz.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to senior night at Wethersfield High School. Before tonight's contest, we would like to acknowledge all of our senior student athletes from the dance team, cheerleading, and basketball. Our first senior from the dance team, Jessica Basroom, escorted by father Andrew Basroom and mother Jennifer Basroom. She will attend college and major in education. Our next senior, Claudia Beatty, escorted by mom, dad, and her sister. She plans to attend college to study health science. Alina Cordier, escorted by mom, Gigi, sister Aaliyah, and Shayla. She plans to go into nursing after high school. Olivia Cruz, escorted by mom, Jessica, and stepfather, Zach. She plans to attend college to major in special education and be on a college dance team. Victoria De Leon, escorted by Mom and Grandma. She plans on majoring in biochemistry at CCSU. Shiara Gega, escorted by her mom. She plans to attend the University of Connecticut after high school. Let's hear it for all of our senior dance team student athletes. Now for our cheerleaders, Megan Doyle, escorted by parents Mark and Melissa and sister Molly. Next year, she will be attending UConn in Stores and will be majoring in elementary education. Brooke Jones, escorted by her mom, Natalie, and grandma, Marion. She plans on attending college and major in criminal justice and continue cheering in college. Sophia Clemington, escorted by mom, Teresa, dad, Peter, and sister, Christina. She plans on attending a four-year college or university after high school. Grace Laura, escorted by mom, Deanna, and brother, Ezekiel. She plans on attending college to major in accounting. Maya Lopa, escorted by mom, Michelle, dad, Greg, and brother, Roman. She plans on attending a four-year college after high school. Zach Mariko, escorted by Patty and Mark. Plans on attending the University of New Hampshire for physical therapy.
The next girl's name is pronounced Talia. She
I got
should
it.
be next, right?
Talia
Yeah.
Rodriguez,
Talia,
yeah.
you got it.
Am I chopping that?
No.
Okay.
Because another guy asked me, he said Talia. I was like, no.
Talia Rodriguez, escorted by her dad, Edwin, sister, Juliana, brother, Zeus, and aunt, Naomi. She plans on going to college and getting a degree to be a nurse. Madison Nieves, escorted by her mother, Daisy, and two younger brothers, Nathan and Lucas, and one younger sister, Azalea. She will be attending college to major in nursing. Kayleen Rodriguez, escorted by Paula Rodriguez, mom, and Barbara Maldonado and her aunt. She will attend Bridgewater State University and major in aviation science and flight training. Concentration minoring in law enforcement. Kylie Tardette, escorted by her father, Ray, mother, Christine, and sister, Aubrey. Kylie plans to major in social work with a minor in sociology. She is still deciding on what college, but is planning to stay in Connecticut. Now let's hear it for all of our senior cheerleading student athletes. And now our senior basketball players. Our first senior, Jacob Adames, escorted by Yordalius Dylan Cynthia Gautriez. He will attend UConn Hartford to study business and finance. Jeez, that's what. Oh my goodness. Yadiel Busane, escorted by his mom, dad, younger brothers, sisters, nieces, and cousins, and his grandmother. His future plans is to do travel nursing. Charlie Carson, escorted by his parents, Tom and Marjorie Carson, and sister, Edie Carson, and girlfriend, Jenna Haggerty. He will attend UConn Stores for environmental engineering. Ian Daigle, escorted by his mom, his dad, his sister. He will attend a four-year college. He's still undecided. Devin Lynch, escorted by sister Lily, mom Deborah, and dad Brendan. He will attend a four-year university after high school. Cade Smith, escorted by his parents, Ronnie and Miguel, two brothers, Kyle and Kyan, and grandma, Janet. He will be attending Morehouse College and majoring in mechanical engineering. Let's hear it one more time for all of our senior student athletes. Congratulations, job well done.
And welcome back to the gym here at Wethersfield High School. You just heard the senior night pregame ceremony honoring the seniors on 3 different teams: the cheer squad, the dance team, and the boys basketball team. 22 seniors in total were honored here. We've still got quite a few people on the court. Every player, every dancer, every cheerleader had family members with them to escort them into the gym. Final photos are being taken as the clock is now ticking on the final 5-minute warm-up for the 2 teams. It is boys basketball final game of the regular season here tonight. Wethersfield at home, the Eagles hosting the Terriers of Rocky Hill. Rocky Hill makes the long journey down the road to get here to Wethersfield tonight. And looking at the stands across the way, no doubt a good contingent here for the Terriers, even though they are the visitors. Rivalry game tonight. These 2 teams meeting for the 2nd time this season. Back on January 20th in Rocky Hill, it was Wethersfield over Rocky Hill 44-34. And the Terriers no doubt looking to get even up the season series in this one tonight. Got a little under 4 minutes before we get to the normal pregame introductions, and then a very special performance on the national anthem tonight. Former dance team parent Kurt Swanson will be here to sing the anthem live here in the gym. So that'll be an exciting moment coming up.
And 3.5 to go here. Rocky Hill is warming up on the left side, but as you can see on your screen, tons of people still on the Wethersfield side. So Wethersfield yet to warm up. They did warm up some before the ceremonies, but some of the shooters are a little bit cold. You know they're going to want to get a couple of shots, so look for them to get the family and everybody off the court so they can warm
Coach
up.
Bagdasarian heard you. He's trying to get the troops over there to the bench, get things organized, get the basketballs off the rack, and get the shooting.
And I think Rocky Hill took Wethersfield side. I think Wethersfield let them have that. You know, they patiently waited through a long ceremony. Now Wethersfield's probably going to go down on that side and warm up. Rocky Hill's going to come down on this side once the traffic is cleared out.
Traffic not cleared out quite yet. We've got one more post photo. Looks like the cheerleaders with their families. And Tom, why don't we take a minute and run down the 22 seniors. Again, 3 different teams honored tonight before the game. We're going to go first with the cheer team. There are 10 seniors on that squad. That's the largest graduating class for the cheerleading team over the last decade. They are coming off a CCC division title last weekend. That is the 4th straight league title for this group of seniors. So that is quite an accomplishment for this group. They are captains Megan Doyle, Sophia Clementon, Talia Rodriguez, and Kylie Tardet, along with Brooke Jones, Grace Lara, Mia Lopa, Zach Maritko, Madison Nieves, and Kaylin Rodriguez. Coach Allie Cormier said, as a whole, they are hardworking, dedicated, and make each other laugh, and they certainly look like they're having a good time here with the festivities tonight. So that is the largest of the groups that was honored, the seniors on the cheer team. And now let's turn over and take a look at the honorees on the dance team. 6 seniors on that squad. They are coming off a successful competition, first in Palm, second in Jazz at their most recent competition. The team consists of 3 captain seniors: Jessica Basroon, Alina Cordier, Olivia Cruz, along with Claudia Beatty, Victoria De Leon, and Kiara Gega. Those are your 6 seniors on the dance squad. And their coach, Mindy McNeil, said these seniors are truly something special. Each one brings a unique dance background and personality that the upperclassmen look up to. So great job by that squad.
And as the groups leave the court here and come into the stands, we're seeing some tears being shed and some hugs. You know, this is an emotional night. Last home game, all the seniors being honored. I think this is going to be a great game for us to watch.
And we anticipate, we haven't confirmed this, we anticipate performances from both the cheer and dance squads at halftime tonight. So that stands to be another emotional moment for the seniors, their last home game performing in the gym. And something to talk about, we alluded to it, but these dancers and cheer squad, they compete basically year-round, fall and winter sports. They get to be outside during football season and then here in the cozy confines of the gym during the winter season. But this is the final regular season game. We should mention also the girls basketball team is in Rocky Hill tonight for their final regular season game. Same time, a scheduled 6:45 tip-off. They may already be underway as we are a little bit delayed on our start time here. And they did add a little bit to the warm-up clock time. We're back to just under 3 minutes of warm-up time for the team. So I think what you picked up on, the fact that Wethersfield couldn't actually get to a basket to do some warm-ups, was one challenging part of that.
And it allows us to hold on to our cameraman for just a few more minutes before he goes and sings the national anthem.
That's right. We talked about it. Kurt Swanson here live will perform the national anthem right after the starting lineups are introduced. And then he will hop back up here to the top row of the bleachers to help us on camera duty tonight. So we are appreciative of his double effort tonight. Appreciate him hanging out with us, and we thank all of you for joining us here. We appreciate you finding us here on YouTube at McGuss Productions. It's our second basketball game of this 2026 season. We were here last week for girls senior night. Back now here for boys senior night, which, as we just walked through, also senior night for cheer and dance. And Tom, as we go under 2 minutes now on the warm-up clock, let's start to turn our attention a little bit more to the game at hand. And let's take a look at how these two teams stack up next to each other on the season.
Yeah, Dave, the Eagles come in looking for their 8th win of the season. You see the points scored, points allowed per game. Eagles allowing about 10 more per game than they're scoring. On the other hand, Rocky Hill, 1-18. It's been a rough season for the Terriers, allowing 24 points per game, more than they score on average. But if you look at the last 5 meetings, Wethersfield's only won 3 of 5. So, and you referenced the game earlier in the season. That one was a closer one. So you know Wethersfield's not going to take it easy tonight on senior night.
Wethersfield, this is the 10th and final home game of the season. 4-5 so far at home on the year. So looking to even up that record as they defend the home court. Eagles, as you said, and we talked about that 10-point win over Rocky Hill. But this is always a big game, and the fact that the last 3 seasons have basically been even. This is the 6th game over the last 3 seasons. Of the first 5, Wethersfield with a 3-2 advantage in victories. We've got the early warning on the horn.
Yeah, what's the early horn?
Still 40 seconds to go as the clock ticks down, but the Eagles are going to gather at midcourt. Wethersfield will be in the home whites. Rocky Hill in their road blues. The Terriers come into tonight. Tough season so far for them, but always a tough battle when these two teams get together. And we will get ready to send things back. We've got special guest PA announcer Ronell Motts here with us tonight, coming in on senior night. He's done the same thing for a couple of other sports on senior nights. Always does a fantastic job. And the officials give him a little dap at the scorer's table. And we're just about ready. We've got 8 minutes on the clock for the first quarter. And we will work to coordinate if we can get a view of the scorer's table. It is a packed gym here at Wethersfield tonight. You would expect nothing less on senior night, plus a rivalry game. We are ready to go. Great atmosphere. You've got, here we go.
On behalf of the faculty and students of Wethersfield High School, we welcome you to Wethersfield High for tonight's matchup between the Rocky Hill Terriers and your Wethersfield High Eagles. But first, let's meet the starters for the visiting Terriers. Number 2, Tenoro Edwards. Number 3, Colin Sanker. Number 11, Miles Braithwaite. Number 21, Luke Chavon. Number 23, Robert Packer. The Terriers are coached by head coach Ken Borton, assistant coaches Tristan Shields and Mark Borowski. And now, let's meet the starters for your Wethersfield High Eagles. Number 1, Jacob Otterman. Number 15, Yadiel Busani. Number 20, Cade Smith. Number 33, Charles Carson. And last but not least, the sharpshooter, number 2, Ian Daigle. The Eagles are coached by head coach Mark Bagdasarian and assistant coaches Michael Verderin, Colin Haydu, and Logan Baccarat. At this time, we ask that you please stand if you're able for the singing of the national anthem, performed by Mr. Kurt Swanson. I did a great job chopping their name up, didn't I?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And with that, we are ready for action inside a packed Wethersfield High School gym. A rousing rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by former dance parent and also WHS soccer parent Kurt Swanson got things off to a rousing start. And we'll let everybody know that we're just about ready to go. We get ourselves organized. We are not used to having this much of a crowd on this side of us where we are doing the game. So we are really looking forward to the atmosphere. And Tom, we're going to take a look now, if you can pull that up, at the Wethersfield seniors on the boys basketball team.
Yeah, normally we reserve this spot for the starting lineup. Eagles got 6 seniors, so we're going to honor them here. Number 1, Jacob Adamas. 2, Ian Daigle, Yadiel Boussanet, Cade Smith, Charlie Carson, and Devin Lynch. And we are ready to tip, Dave.
All right, let's go to it. Let's see if we can sneak in. Tom, we'll look at the keys to the game from Coach Bagdasarian tonight for the Eagles.
Yeah, for the Eagles, defend, defend, defend. Take care of the basketball. Be efficient on offense. Let's be patient. Let's get the right shot. Quality over quantity.
All right, the atmosphere is electric. The ball is about to go up. Here we go, opening tip. Eagles control. Boussanet gives off to Jacob Adamas. He crosses the timeline. Rocky Hill in the man-to-man defense, off to Daigle on the right side, well outside the arc. Drops it in for Boussanet. Power dribble, double teamed, and he's going to be called for traveling. And Tom, you talked about it earlier when we had tailed the tape. Wethersfield looking for the 8th win of the year. That is an important one. There is a big stake tonight for the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles with a win. The Eagles qualify for the state tournament. It would be their first playoff berth since 2023.
Rocky Hill, though, would love nothing more than to spoil those playoff chances. Steal by Boussanet. He's going down the court. Layup off the glass is good, and we've got the Eagles on top. 2-0 to open the scoring. 7:22 to go, first quarter. Rocky Hill now across the timeline. Ball in the hands of Luke Schiavone. Gives off on the far side. Number 11 is Miles Braithwaite. Nice bounce pass kick by Wethersfield, taken away. Picked up there by Cade Smith, one of the 2 captains. There's the other captain, Ian Daigle, for 3, no good. Carson got a chance on the rebound. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, let's take a look at that first Eagles bucket. You mentioned Boussanet, but I think we get a hand on the ball here. Pokes it away, and Boussanet is going to go in for the game's opening bucket.
Sankner out top now for Rocky Hill. Gives off on the far side to Chavone. He drives in, surrounded by two players, kicks it back out. On the top key, jumper for Tenoro Edwards. It's off. Rebound by Daigle. We talked about Wethersfield, the 6 seniors. Daigle and Cade Smith, number 20, are the captains for this team. Out top with the ball is Jacob Adamas. He gives off now to Boussanet. Got the red wristband on the right arm. Gives it off, looking for Daigle on the flare cut. Not able to make the connection. Out of bounds it goes. 6:31 on the clock here in the first quarter. It is 2-0 Wethersfield. Inbound now in the backcourt for Rocky Hill. Here is Sankner, a junior. We'll run down when we get a second the seniors on this Rocky Hill team on a senior night for the Wethersfield basketball, cheer, and dance squads. Ball at the top of the key now. Braithwaite has it. Drives on Carson. Into the lane. Gets held up. Kicks it back out. Shot by Tenoro Edwards comes off. Rebounded to Carson. Here comes Wethersfield. Eagles on the far side. Wing 3 for Boussanet. It is off. Battle for the rebound inside. Rocky Hill claims it with Sankner again. And here come the Terriers looking to push the pace. On the wing now. Dribble between the legs. Back to Sankner out top. Switches over on the other side to Edwards. He's guarded by Adamas for Wethersfield. Here's the ball now to Braithwaite. He puts one up from the top of the key. No good. It is a rebound for Boussanet for Wethersfield. Eagles coming the other way with a 2-0 lead. 5:37 to go. Coach Bagdasarian calls out the play. Adamas gives off to Daigle. Now on the near side. Smith gives up to Boussanet. Into the lane he goes. It's up. It is no good. Battle for the rebound. Rocky Hill able to keep it in bounds. So Wethersfield still with the 2-1 lead. Luke Chavone for Rocky Hill calls out the play. In front of the Wethersfield bench. Gets a pick out high. Might be a call and a moving pick. And that will be a foul on Rocky Hill's number 23, R.J. Packer. Picks up the foul. Not quite set on the screen. First foul of the ball game. 5:12 on the clock as Wethersfield will inbound. In front of the bench, Daigle comes into Adamas. 3-guard offense for this Eagles team. Adamas, Daigle, and Boussanet all listed as guards. 2 forwards tonight in the starting lineup, Cade Smith and Charlie Carson. It goes inside, nice bounce pass. Boussanet with another layup. He's got all 4 Wethersfield points. And the Eagles are on top 4-0, and a sub going to come into the game early for Rocky Hill, the next opportunity. Terriers on offense right now. Nice double team out high, but Rocky Hill able to beat it. Far side they go to Braithwaite. Kicks it out. Here's another shot, top of the key from Edwards. No good. Battle for the board on the inside. That is Packer for Rocky Hill. Kicks it out. Shot by Chavone. No good. Carson had a hand on the rebound. Another pickup there by Rocky Hill. Off is the shot. Daigle pulls it out of there in heavy traffic. Adamas now down the far side. He's going to be whistled. He will draw the foul against number 11, Miles Braithwaite for Rocky Hill as we catch our breath.
Let's take a look at that last bucket for the Eagles. Adamas going one-on-one. And look over to Smith. Boussanet cuts to the hoop. Great find by Smith to find him wide open. He's got the brightest shoes on the court. He's easy to find.
First sub into the game for Rocky Hill. It's number 24, Michael Garahy. He's one of 5 seniors on this Terrier squad. Steal there. Chavone comes across here looking for Braithwaite. Kicks it back out. Chavone drives. Left-handed shot off the glass. Going to draw the foul. That'll be a shooting foul. Rocky Hill will go to the line for 2. Going to be a Wethersfield foul against number 33, Charlie Carson, with his first of the team for Wethersfield. Carson, one of 6 seniors for the Eagles, the 5 seniors for Rocky Hill: Tenoro Edwards, Wilson Maddock, Rathan Tejeda, Anthony Lombardo, and Michael Garahy, who just came into the game. First free throw is up and good. First point of the night for Rocky Hill. Luke Chavone, a sophomore, left-hander, has a second shot. It is up. Nice rotation. Bounces and rolls in. Beautiful shooter's touch on that one. Rocky Hill cuts the lead in half. Wethersfield up quickly. Daigle for 3 from the wing. No good. Long rebound. Comes out. Nice box out by Rocky Hill. Here comes Chavone again. Across the timeline of the Terriers. Boussanet with pressure defense out top. Makes a reach. Going to get called for the foul there. Almost had it. Quick hands, but just not quick enough to get past the official's attention there. That'll be his first. Second on the Eagles. Side out as we get some substitutions into the game for Wethersfield. We got number 3, Harrison Troy. Number 5, Vincent Chavone. As Boussanet and Smith get a rest here. Rocky Hill inbounds. 4-2 Wethersfield. Halfway through the first quarter of the game. Braithwaite for Rocky Hill. Gives over to Edwards. Drives all the way to the basket. Nice swatted out of there with a left hand by Carson. Stays in bounds. Nice dish on the inside. Almost a chance at a three-point play, but good job by Edwards to stay with that play. Makes a nice dish to get a good shot opportunity. Draws a foul against Wethersfield.
Eagles have done a nice job challenging every shot. You saw that great block by Carson there, using his height, using his length. So far, the only points Rocky Hill's gotten at the free throw line. They've kept him over from the field.
And that one draws nothing there, to the delight of some of the Wethersfield faithful, but we'll see if Garahy can regroup and get the second one to go in. Substitution for Wethersfield, number 32, Eddie Leshy, sophomore, into the game for the Eagles. Both teams shuffling things up a bit here in this first half. First quarter, I should say. Rocky Hill coached by Ken Borton. Second shot is up. It is good. So we go from the air ball to nothing but net on the second one. Nice composure there. Cuts the lead to 4-3. Wethersfield on top of Rocky Hill. 3:42 to go here in the first quarter. Rocky Hill, Ken Borton's assisted by Tristan Shields and Mark Borofsky, as Wethersfield and Jacob Adamas cross the timeline. Kick over on the far side to Daigle. Gets it over to Troy. Now a drive from Adamas. Nice looking stroke there. Rattles off the rim. No good. Rebound Rocky Hill. Good position and board there for Edwards. And here comes Luke Chavone across the timeline. Picked up by Daigle. Man-to-man defense for the Eagles. On the wing it goes to Edwards. Now this is Braithwaite. Tries to drive, cut off, looking for the pass. He's got a shot opportunity here on the wing, and that is Garahy now with 3 points early since he came in the game. That gives Rocky Hill a 5-4 lead, 5 straight points for the Terriers. Wethersfield looking to regroup on the offensive end here. Daigle on the left wing. Fakes a shot, drives. There's a shot from 3. It's up, no good. Braithwaite had a hand on it for Rocky Hill. Nice hustle by Troy to try to save it for Wethersfield, but it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Rocky Hill coming the length of the court. Terriers with the ball and the 1-point lead. 2:44 to go here in the first quarter.
Boustine comes back in. Adamas sees his first break of the action.
Wethersfield coached by Mark Bagdasarian in his second year at the helm for this varsity boys program. There's a nice drive by Chavone, makes the step off the glass and in. Rocky Hill has found their groove after trailing early. They're up 7-4 now. Terriers over the Eagles. Vincent Chavone for Wethersfield crosses the timeline, picked up by Luke Chavone for Rocky Hill. In the corner it goes to Leshy. Back out high to Daigle. Daigle and Boustine, two leading scorers for this Wethersfield team, each at about 15 a game. That's a foul in the backcourt as Braithwaite tried to put the pressure on full court. Daigle goes down. He will draw the foul. Third team foul now on Rocky Hill. We're going to get a timeout here for Wethersfield as Coach Bagdasarian wants to talk it over. He's assisted by Colin Haydu and Brendan Down, and along with two volunteer assistants, Mike Verderame and Logan Banker.
Good start for the Eagles. They converted a couple of buckets on their first few possessions, but since then, 7 straight for Rocky Hill. This is a team with only 1 win on the season, and you don't want to let them hang around forever and get confidence. So Coach Bagdasarian calling timeout. Let's regroup a little bit and see if they can get the offense back on track.
And again, we talked about the first meeting. We talked about the series. It has been tight the last 3 seasons. Wethersfield with the 3-2 advantage over the last 5 games. They won earlier this year at Rocky Hill. It was a 10-point decision, 44-34 the final. But Rocky Hill has come to play here tonight on this final night of the regular season. Here's Daigle on the wing. Almost had a look, bounces it in, trying to find Leshy. It goes out of bounds off Wethersfield. Another Eagles turnover. Not what you want to see after the timeout. When you draw something up, you hope leads to a good shot. Not quite the efficiency on offense that Coach Bagdasarian mentioned he was looking for pregame.
You mentioned Vincent Chavone checking in for the Eagles a few minutes ago. The only freshman on the roster, seeing some big time on senior night.
Oh, a nice takeaway there as Troy gets the steal, intercepts the pass, gives it off to Boustine. He's on the left side, makes a spin to the bucket. Shot is no good, but down he goes, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Boustine active. He's got all 4 Wethersfield points, going to go to the line, trying to add to his total. See if he can cut into the Rocky Hill lead. 1:43 to go here in the first quarter. Foul is on number 5. That is Rathan Tejeda. into the game for Rocky Hill. First shot for Boussinet is good. 7-5 now. Wethersfield cuts into the lead. Rocky Hill on top of this one. Second shot coming for Yadiel Boussinet, one of the 6 seniors on this boys basketball team. It is up. Nice rotation. Bounces long. Daigle taps it, trying to get after it, and he's able to keep it in Wethersfield's possession. Ball deflected off of Rocky Hill. Looks like it went off of Edwards. So it'll be baseline out of bounds for the Eagles. Harrison Troy, number 3. And we had, looks like an object on the court. The official does a nice job of clearing the path here for the players. 3-person officiating crew here tonight. Always helpful for catching things just like that. So now we've got baseline out of bounds. Troy will trigger for Wethersfield. Eagles trail at 7-5. High screen looking to get, and that's going to draw a foul against Daigle. Did not get set. That's the second one each way now in terms of the illegal screens. Number 1, Jacob Adama, is going to come back into the game for Wethersfield. That foul on Daigle is his second, so 2 in the first quarter for Daigle, one of the leading scorers and captains for this Wethersfield team.
And to that point, the only player that's played every single second of the game so far, so you know Coach Bagdasarian likes to keep him on the court, doesn't want to take him out here, but he's got to with 2 fouls.
Eagles with man-to-man full court pressure on the sideline out of bounds, trying to look for the double team. Ball gets away. It's taken away by Troy. Nice pass up ahead, but gives it right back. Good takeaway there by Sankner. Here comes a nice drive for number 5, Rathan Tejeda.
Wethersfield had numbers on that after that turnover. He had 2 players on the right side, forced it to the left, caused a turnover, but the Eagles get the ball back.
So that foul goes against number 24, Michael Garahy. He's come into the game. He's got 3 points since coming off the bench, but draws the foul there. That puts the Terriers over the limit. So this will be a shooting foul here for Troy, and he's going to get some nice shots of this one as Joanne Campbell is right there on the baseline with the camera ready to go. First shot is up and rolls in after hitting the back of the rim.
And DeMarcus Johnson positioned right under the hoop. He's got a great look at those.
DeMarcus Johnson, a student here at Wethersfield, did a fantastic job last week during halftime of one of the girls' basketball games. He was the PA announcer for a unified basketball game at halftime and did a fantastic job handling those festivities. And now he's got the camera with him tonight. Inbounds it comes for Rocky Hill. Number 10 is Anthony Lombardo, one of the 5 seniors on the Terrier squad. They push it up quickly. Here is a nice pass to Tejeda. Rathan Tejeda goes strong to the glass and draws a foul. It's going to be against Wethersfield, number 32. That is Eddie Leshy, his first, team 5th.
Coach Bagdasarian letting the official know he doesn't agree with the call.
But good aggressive take there by Rathan Tejeda. He's got 2 free throws, and listen to this noise here in the gym tonight. Good release and follow through. 8-6 now. Rocky Hill on top, 1:20 to go, first quarter. Second shot coming for Rathan Tejeda. Calmly sends it short off the front rim. Troy grabs it. He's looking to push across the timeline quickly. Almost runs into a double team. Now holds it up. Skip pass, trying to find Adamas. Taken away there by Lombardo for Rocky Hill. There's going to be a foul on the Wethersfield side. That's Boussinet going to pick up that one. And Eagles are over the limit, so that's going to be free throws coming for Rocky Hill. 2 shots.
Second one on Boussinet as well. So 2 of the Wethersfield starters in foul trouble here in this first quarter.
1:10 on the clock, first quarter. Rocky Hill has come out ready to compete tonight. They've got the 2-point lead after going down early 4-0. That shot, first one, no good for Lombardo, but he's going to have one more. So we get a substitution for the Eagles, number 12, Ryan Arnold Jr. into the game here in this first quarter. Just about 7 minutes gone. We've got 8 points. Make it 9 on the board now for Rocky Hill, 6 for Wethersfield as we cross the timeline with Jacob Adamas for the Eagles. Bagdasarian stomps the foot, calls out the play. Here's a pass coming over on the side. Now they swing it down low to Troy. Now top, it comes to Chavone. Top of the key now. Adama's going to let one fly under pressure, short off the front rim. Nice rebound on that far side. Here's a jumper from the outside. 3, no good there for Chavone. Battle for the rebound. Looks like that might be a foul. It's going to call a tie-up. Held ball. So it'll stay Wethersfield possession on the held ball. They'll go baseline out of bounds. Nice job by Arnold just into the game, trying to put some pressure on there. Baseline, looking for the play. Out top it comes. Chavon drives all the way to basket against 3 Terriers. No good off the backboard. And that's going to go the other way as Wethersfield got into the lane, but then met by 3 Terriers defenders. That foul is going to go against Wethersfield. There'll be more free throws coming now as Leshy gets his second.
Third player with 2 fouls so far. And Rocky Hill has gotten the majority of their points from the free throw line. I don't know if it's 1 field goal or 2 field goals made, but everything else has been from the stripe.
This is senior Tenoro Edwards, number 2. First shot is up, it's good. So Rocky Hill, the first team into double figures here. They go on top 10-6, 37 seconds even to go here in the first quarter. Great atmosphere tonight on senior night, and Rocky Hill has come and met the moment so far. 11-6 now as the second shot by Edwards is good. Eagles looking to push the pace. Adamas across the timeline. Between the legs, now comes over on the far side here to Arnold. And that's going to be another, I believe, illegal screen. We got a foul against number 1, a little bit of contact there. Adamas draws the foul. That's his first, but importantly, Tom, that leads to more opportunities at the line for Rocky Hill.
Yeah, Coach Bagdasarian, you know, we haven't seen too many of these games. Hope he can keep his cool and not get thrown out here as so many of these calls are starting to stack up on his starting seniors.
All right, that must have been whistled the old player control foul, so we got a side out as opposed to the free throw, so our mistake on that one. 20 seconds to go now in the first quarter. Chavon gives over here on the near side to Tejeda. Tejeda had a nice strong drive, hit 2 free throws. This is Edwards now, number 2. He's been active. Tejeda now top of the key. Good man-to-man defense for Wethersfield. Number 14, Luciano Iannucci putting pressure on. And there's going to be a foul call against Wethersfield. Foul goes against number 20, Captain Cade Smith.
And 2.8 seconds left near midcourt. Not a dangerous set for Rocky Hill. And that could be a costly one for the Eagles later on in the game.
It was good defensive pressure from Iannucci, the sophomore, just into the game out near the midline. But then as the ball was coming loose, just a little bit too much contact. 2.8 to go. Another trip to the line here for Rocky Hill. Rathan Tejeda. First shot is up. That's a beautiful follow through. That one's off the front rim short. He'll have 1 to go, and then the Eagles have 2.8 to try to push it down the court, see if they can cut into the lead. It's 11-6. Rocky Hill on an 11-2 run since going down 4-0 early. There is a shot off. Battle for the rebound. Smith has it. He travels. Let's see. They're not going to put any time back on the clock. They're going to say it is over. So that's the end of the first quarter. Wethersfield looked to be off and running with the 4-0 lead, and then here came Rocky Hill. They settled in, they took the ball to the basket, drew fouls, and that's a situation that Coach Bagdasarian is going to have to take a look at. 3 Eagles, including the top 2 scorers on the team, came out of that first quarter with 2 fouls already.
We were here a week ago tonight, and I think the varsity girls team got out to a 23-2 start or something close to that in the first quarter. This one feels a lot different, but Wethersfield should be the better team here. It's a great crowd, great atmosphere. Maybe the heroics are just going to come a little bit later in the game.
We'll see what Coach Bagdasarian's able to draw up here in the quarter timeout. So we've got 8 minutes back on the clock for the second quarter. And maybe, too, you know, this is a great atmosphere. It's senior night. You got everybody being honored. You got all your family here. Maybe it's a little bit of those jitters that get in the way when the game first gets rolling, and now you settle in here for the second quarter.
And you could see from the opening tip, the pace from both teams was very, very aggressive. Both teams looking to move the ball quickly up court, defend aggressively, and the Eagles did pretty well early on, but man, the last 5 or so minutes of that quarter was a foul fest for the Eagles.
And let's talk quickly, Tom, if we can, about what's at stake for Wethersfield tonight. Again, they come into the game with a 7-12 record. This win tonight, and they're in. Yeah. They make it to the state tournament. If they lose, the season is over.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can't have much more riding on the game than that for the Eagles. They knew it. Senior night's a big night, the biggest crowd they've probably played in front of. And let's see if they can calm it down and start playing their game again.
Possession to start the quarter goes to Rocky Hill. Number 4, Wilson Maddock, one of their 5 seniors just into the game. There's a shot from the 3-point line right in front of the student section for Tejeda. Misses that one. Here comes Wethersfield the other way. A little bit of indecision there on that drive by Chavone for Wethersfield. Rebound goes up by number 12, Arnold. And we've got a held ball. That'll be Wethersfield possession as Rocky Hill had it to start the quarter.
And the Eagles start the second quarter with only one starting lineup member, and that's Cade Smith.
So number 3, Harrison Troy, triggers the inbound. Down goes a Rocky Hill player. We come outside. Oh, nice fake, but that's going to be a travel against Iannucci. Look, he had the opportunity, and Coach Bagdasarian going to send Daigle back into the game. Senior captain Ian Daigle with 2 fouls comes back in. 7:35 on the clock here, just underway in the second quarter. Little 2-2-1 full court pressure from Wethersfield. Rocky Hill beats it over the top with a nice pass to Maddock. This is number 21, Luke Chavone now. Left-hander makes a nice cut past Daigle, kicks it off to Maddock. Back out high to Chavone. Rocky Hill looks to reset against the Wethersfield man-to-man defense. Number 23, R.J. Packer back into the game for the Terriers. He had a cut wide open. There's a long 3 from Tejeda. No good off the back rim. Rebounded there by Vincent Chavone, the freshman for Wethersfield. Daigle has it, gives off to Chavone. Now this is Arnold on the left wing. Over to Smith, one of the 2 captains. Number 20, Cade Smith. Pass, looking for Daigle, the other captain. He's able to keep it in bounds in front of the Rocky Hill bench. Daigle now looking to make the next move, gives it off to Arnold. He's going to let a 3 fly from the outside, short off the rim, rebounded by 2 Rocky Hill players. They are going to hang on to it as R.J. Packer, number 23, able to track that one down. Here come the Terriers, 90 seconds gone here in the second quarter. Wethersfield trailing. Rocky Hill on top of this one, 11-6. Nice cutback, good pressure defense out high. Stolen away by Troy. He's going all the way for the layup, and there is Wethersfield's first hoop of the quarter. Cuts the lead to 3, 11-8. Rocky Hill on top. Here come the Terriers. Good offensive pressure. Intercepted there. Nice job by Arnold on the cross-court pass on the baseline. Vincent Chavone lets one fly from the outside. No good. Rebounded by Smith. Taken away. It's going to be a held ball. Alternating possession will go Rocky Hill way.
Sometimes it only takes one play to change the momentum of the game here. And look at this, nice steal by Troy, takes it coast to coast, gets the Eagles' first bucket since really the early first quarter. And the Eagles have cut this lead down to 3.
Timeout in play here, just under 6 to go, 5:58 on the clock, second quarter. The intensity is picking up as we get into this second 8 minutes of play. Cheerleaders on the baseline, the seniors, 10 seniors on this cheer squad tonight. 6 on the dance squad, 6 on the boys basketball team, all honored pregame. If you missed that ceremony, we had it here on the live stream. So when you go back and watch all this later, you can tune in early and see all the pregame festivities. But the game has been everything you could ask for so far. Both teams battling hard. Wethersfield again lines up the 2-2-1 full court pressure. Rocky Hill lines up 4 in the backcourt. Sonoro Edwards, number 2, gives off to number 3, Colin Sankner. Nice pass to split. Chavone in the lane, left-handed jumper up off the glass and good. 13-8 now. Rocky Hill on top. Nice aggressive move from Chavone. Daigle drives to the hoop, and that's going to be called an offensive foul.
Wow.
Coach Bagdasarian with both hands on his head, and Daigle quickly picks up his 3rd of the game.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at this one. Daigle here delays, and man, his feet were not set, and that referee has called a bunch against the Eagles.
All right, 5:41 and counting now on the clock as Rocky Hill looks to break the pressure. They've done a nice job with it tonight. Nice pass into traffic. Gary, he has, no, Chavone, sorry, has it, number 21. He is guarded by Harrison Troy for Wethersfield over in front of the stands on that far side. Here is a shot. Oh, Tejeda fakes it, goes baseline against Boussanet, kicks it back out high. Number 3, Sankner, lets one fly. Nice tip. That is number 5, Rathan Tejeda. He's having a game tonight for Rocky Hill, and they've opened up a 7-point lead, 15-8. Terriers on top. They had the 5-point advantage at the quarter break, and now they've extended it. Here's Smith out high. Gives over to Vincent Chavone. Tries to make a cut. And is that going to be another foul against Wethersfield? It is, folks. That is number 20, Cade Smith, with another illegal screen call, as the Eagles just are not set enough for the officials in this one.
Last time down court, Rocky Hill misses the three, and look at that little one-handed tip off the glass.
There's a steal. Adamas has it, drives baseline, gives it off. Nice dump, and layup is good. Vincent Chavone, freshman, gets the Eagles into double figures. They trail it now. It's 15-10. Rocky Hill on top as the Terriers look to cross the timeline. Nice pass ahead to Tejeda. Good pressure by Smith. He's got to be careful with 2 fouls already. Boussanet as well with 2. Has to be careful on the reach. That's going to be a foul on Tejeda as the ball was taken away. Number 5 for Wethersfield, Vincent Chavone, got the steal. He's fouled by number 5 for Rocky Hill, Nathan Tejeda. That's his second. Not as much foul trouble yet on the Rocky Hill side. Wethersfield's one to watch is Daigle with 3. Boussanet in the game has 2. Smith, one of the captains, also in the game, has 2 as well. Here's Adamas crossing the timeline, gets out of the logo. Pressured up high by Luke Chavone for Rocky Hill. There's a steal. Rocky Hill with the takeaway. Wethersfield trying to take it back over in front of the student section. And on the line, you can see the student section helping with the call. Official on that sideline makes the call. Turnover as R.J. Packer not able to control it. And into the game now again for Rocky Hill, number 24, senior Michael Garahy. Made an impact when he came in the first quarter. Drew a foul, hit 1 free throw, got a bucket. We're going to see number 33, Charlie Carson, back into the game. Oh, as they try to dump it low, Smith looking for Boussanet on the low post, but Chavone with the steal. Makes a drive and gets fouled. That's going to be Smith's 3rd, and that's the 2nd Wethersfield player. And you have to watch now the Eagles and some of the body language as they continue to trail in this one and express some dissatisfaction with officiating. Going to have to keep the emotions in check and just chip away at this lead. Rocky Hill looking to add to it now at the free throw line. 21 is Luke Chavone. Left-handed shot is short off the front rim. 3:59 to go, so we're midway through the second quarter.
And give credit to Rocky Hill. They're pushing the pace. They're taking it right at Wethersfield. They know that they're going to have to change how they're defending, so they're taking it right at Wethersfield.
And we had in the keys to the game, Tom, early defense was one of them for Wethersfield. And Rocky Hill has really done a nice job breaking the 2-2-1 full court pressure. They've had some turnovers, but for the most part, they've broken it and gotten good looks. Here's a nice shot on the wing. 3-pointers up, no good for the Eagles. That was Troy from the left wing. And now here comes Rocky Hill with the 16-10 advantage, 3:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Near the timeline, Chavone guarded by Harrison Troy. Oh, nice steal there. Good play to keep it in bounds. Chavone for Wethersfield. Here's Boussanet looking for his 6th point and draws the foul. It's going to be an and 1 for Yadiel Boussanet.
What a great play from end to end here. Look at this. Great steal from Chavone. Ahead to Boussanet. Corrals it, lays it in, gets the foul. And look at that reaction. Pumped up on the baseline.
So Wethersfield has cut the lead. They were down 7 just a moment ago at 15-8. It's 16-12. One shot coming as Boussanet tries to complete and can't. Shot is short off there. Nice rebound from Carson. Back to Boussanet, left side, banks it in. Wethersfield back within 2. 16-14, Rocky Hill on top. Nice trap right in front of the Eagles bench. And a good save. Nice job from Troy to Boussanet. He goes in left side again, off glass. It is good. Yadiel Boussanet unofficially with 10 of the Eagles' 16 points, and the gym has gone wild here. Timeout Rocky Hill. 16 all as Wethersfield has erased the 7-point deficit in short order here with some good defense. Just like that, we praised Rocky Hill for beating the pressure, and then a couple of turnovers in succession leads to 2 really nice looking left side layups for Boussanet.
Yeah, great on that last one. A great play by Harrison Troy to save that ball inbounds, get it ahead to Boussanet, and nice one-on-one movement from him. Good body control to lay it up and in.
And on that last play, number 5 for Wethersfield, Vincent Chavone. Nice job. The Eagles got the trap right in front, really right in front of Coach Bagdasarian's seat. And then when the ball got loose, Chavone able to grab it, kicked it ahead to Boussanet. He did the rest, going from the midline all the way to the bucket. 16 all. We are back where we started, dead even. 3:10 to go here, second quarter. Rocky Hill, if you're the Terriers, you're happy with this effort so far. They've taken it to Wethersfield for a good portion of this game, but momentum has started to shift. Crowd definitely into the game now coming out of this timeout. So we'll see what Rocky Hill can do against now the 2-2-1 pressure. Boussanet remains in the game. He is the offensive spark plug for Wethersfield tonight. Got 2 fouls though, so has to be careful. Luke Chavon for Rocky Hill, and that's going to be a 10-second violation. And there it was. Coach said it 3 times before the game in his tips. He said defense, defense, defense. I think he got all 3 of them right there. 10-second violation. Turnover gives the ball back to Wethersfield. Harrison Troy in front of the Rocky Hill bench, can inbound for the Eagles. Comes out to Boussanet, kicks it over far side to Chavon. Chavon comes out high, calls out a play. Good pressure there. Ball almost gets away. Down goes Chavon. That's going to be a foul against Colin Sankner, number 3 for Rocky Hill. Good defensive pressure. Poked the ball away a couple times, but then a little too much contact as he went after it. That's the 3rd foul of the quarter. That's the first on Sankner. Sankner, a junior starter for this Rocky Hill team. Boussanet in for Wethersfield. Arnold kicks it over to Chavon. Makes a spin. Gets all the way to the hoop, now kicks it back out. We got a shot for Arnold. That is going to go over everything. Charlie Carson with a nice job for Wethersfield, battling against R.J. Packer for Rocky Hill. Tie-up is called. It's going to stay Wethersfield possession on the arrow. Boussanet will trigger the baseline out of bounds. A lot of action near the free throw line. See if we get some screens. We do. Now we got a shot in the corner, maybe for Adamas. No, he drives instead, throws it up off the rim. No good. Carson got a hand on it, but here comes Rocky Hill. Tejeda now. He's been active offensively for the Terriers. Kicks it over to Sankner. Drives, gets past 2. Going to be a reaching foul. Let's see who gets that for Wethersfield. It will be baseline out of bounds for Rocky Hill. Foul will go against Vincent Chavon. Hits his first, but importantly, that's the 4th of the quarter now for Wethersfield. So from this point on, Rocky Hill will shoot on Wethersfield fouls. That goes off of Rocky Hill. So it will be a Wethersfield inbound. They'll go length of the court here. Troy will trigger it into number 1, Jacob Adamas. He calls out the play. Coach Bagdasarian has been up all game, pacing the sideline, trying to get his team in order. They've managed to wipe out the 7-point deficit. Here's a 3 from the top of the key by Chavon. That is off glass, no good. Rebounded in there by Packer for Rocky Hill. And here comes Luke Chavon for the Terriers. Across the midline, screen out high. Carson comes to pick up double team now. And that's going to draw a travel against Chavon as he dragged the foot against the double team. So good defensive effort there for the Eagles. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 1:58 on the clock. Wethersfield has the length of the court to go to try to take the lead in this one. Back into the game for the Eagles, number 14, Luciano Iannucci, sophomore. Saw a couple of minutes in the first quarter, now back in here. Ball comes over on the left side to Troy. He brings the top of the key, bounces to Carson. Kicks it over to Adamas, now drives right side. Baseline jumper, going to put it up, no good. And that's going to be called a foul against Adamas. Clearing out with the elbow, says the official. So another offensive foul is called. It will be a non-shooting foul on the player control foul. Second now on Adamas, so he joins the Wethersfield club of 2 or more fouls so far. Daigle, the only one. Actually, Smith got the 3 also, I believe. So we've got Daigle and Cade Smith, the 2 captains, both with 3 fouls. Adamas and Boussanet with 2 each. Here's going to be a shot top of the arc by number 11, Miles Braithwaite. No good. It's going to go back to Wethersfield, to the delight of the Wethersfield student section along the sideline across the way. Eagles in white are going right to left here for this final 1:27 of the second quarter. 1:23 to go before we get to halftime. This game is dead even, 16 all. Offenses have slowed for both squads. Eddie Leshy goes into the lane. He's going to be going, well, no, he won't be going to the free throw line yet. Foul against Rocky Hill is their 4th. Next one will be a shooting foul. That goes against Tenoro Edwards, his first. Edwards, one of 5 seniors on this Rocky Hill roster. Baseline out of bounds now for Wethersfield. Troy looks to trigger it in, gets it over to Iannucci. Looking for Adamas. Bottled up, gets it off to him. Adamas on the wing, inside to Carson, poked away by Edwards. It will stay with Wethersfield. Nice defensive play there by number 2, Tenoro Edwards. Substitution for Wethersfield, Vincent Chavone back into the game, replaces number 14, Luciano Iannucci. Out of bounds over in the corner on the baseline. Troy's going to trigger it. A lot of cross screen action. Ball comes in. There's a nice drive to the basket. Left-handed shot, gets his own rebound, not able to put it back in. Good job by Chavone, just not able to finish the play there. Rebounded by Rocky Hill. Here come the Terriers. We're still tied at 16. Shot from Tejeda. It is no good, off the back of the rim. Rebounded there by Chavone, pushing the pace across the timeline. Goes all the way, tries to kick it out, knocked away by number 11, Miles Braithwaite. It will, looks like, stay with Wethersfield on this end of the court. 44 seconds to go. We are tied at 16. Biggest lead of the night was for Rocky Hill. That was at 15-8, 7-point lead. Wethersfield has wiped that out, but then the scoring has slowed for both teams. Here's a three-pointer on the wing, up and good! Vincent Chavone gives the Eagles the 19-16 lead. 35 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Rocky Hill looking to make some noise here with their final possession of the half. Braithwaite makes a spin, gets into the lane, puts one up off glass, no good. He gets a rebound for number 23, Packer. He missed the shot as well, and out of bounds it goes off Braithwaite. That's going to be Wethersfield possession, 20 seconds to go.
Let's take a look at that last inbounds pass. Chavone running around a couple screens, drains the 3, gives the Eagles the lead. And here we go in the final seconds.
Full court pressure now from Rocky Hill. In the center circle comes to Carson. Has to be careful with that pass. Nice dump down low to Leshy. Beautiful assist from Harrison Troy to Eddie Leshy. Eagles on top, 21-16. Down to the final second. Shot is up from the midcourt line. No good. And all the momentum is with Wethersfield. As you can see, the team, along with Coach Bagdasarian, sprinting to the locker room for this one. An impressive 15-point effort in the second quarter for Wethersfield. They were down 11-6, but then they get a 15-5 advantage in the second quarter to go up 21-16. We will stay with you here on video. We should have performances. I'm not sure in which order, but we will have cheer and dance performances, and we'll work on gathering some first half stats for you as well. So we'll take a quick break on the audio and enjoy the performances by the Wethersfield cheer team and Wethersfield dance team.
All right, welcome back to halftime. The Eagles lead 21-16. Let's take a look back at the first half highlights. Eagles slow start. The story of the first quarter was fouls, 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 but look at the Eagles coming back. Chavone with a nice save to Troy, to Boussanet for the layup and one. Eagles cut the lead, and then on the free throw, Boussanet misses, but look at the effort from Carson, gets the rebound, hits a cutting Boussanet for the layup. Eagles turning defense into offense. Troy, look at that save up ahead to Boussanet, and check out the body control to finish that one. A little bit later, Eagles on the inbound. Troy finds Chavone running through some screens, hits the three. That gives the Eagles their first lead since early on in the game. And then in the final minute, look at this one. Carson with the handoff to Troy, finds a wide open Leshy to give the Eagles a 21-16 lead. And that's where we would stand as we got 20 minutes left, 20 seconds left until the third quarter kicks off.
Let's not wait 20 minutes. There's too much
minutes.
action here. We don't want to wait 20 minutes for that. Tom, we'll take a quick just run through of first half scoring. On the Wethersfield side, 6 points in the first quarter, then 15 in the second quarter as they finally got some of the defensive pressure turning into some good looks on the offensive end. Game high score in the first half is number 15, Yadiel Boussanet. 11 points for him. He's the only player on either side in double figures. Rocky Hill led in scoring by number 21, Luke Chavone. He's got 7. Rounding out the Wethersfield scoring, another Chavone, number 5, Vincent Chavone for the Eagles with 5. Number 3, Harrison Troy, got 3 points in that first half. And number 32, as you just saw in one of the highlights, Eddie Leshy got a nice basket off a good dish. So that's the Wethersfield scoring. The remainder of the Rocky Hill scoring in the first half. You had Tejeda with 3. Also Garahy off the bench with 3, Edwards with 2, and Lombardo with 1. And that's the 16 on the board for Rocky Hill. Terriers have come to play tonight. They opened up a 15-8 lead. Wethersfield then came back, knotted the game at 16. And now the last 5 points of the half went to Wethersfield. They come into the third quarter. Now we're underway as Luke Chavone has a nice lane to the basket. Lefty up off the glass. No good. Ball tipped out. Comes to Edwards. He takes the free throw line jumper off back rim. No good. Tap by Daigle. Carson able to corral it. Here comes Wethersfield now the other way. Adamas over here to Boussanet. Leading scorer in the game. He's going to be whistled for his third now of the game. He becomes the third Eagle, and all 3 are key performers. Number 15, Yadiel Boussanet, picks up his third.
And we have not kept track of offensive fouls, but the Eagles have had just about as many offensive as they have defensive.
So Boussanet with 3 in the first half. The 2 captains for Wethersfield, Ian Daigle, Cade Smith, had identical lines. 0 points, 3 fouls for each of them. There's going to be a foul against Adamas on the double team.
Senior night's about to turn into underclassmen night.
Luke Chavone, number 21, tried to split the double team, and Wethersfield with too much contact. Another foul. That's going to go against Adamas. Now that's his third. We've got 4 Eagles now with 3 fouls early here in the second half. Adamas going to come out. Vincent Chavone, Vinny Chavone, back into the game for Wethersfield. Luke Chavone, number 21 for Rocky Hill on the far side. Now able to go baseline. Gets cut off by Carson. Looking for the outlet pass. Gets it to Edwards. A little bit of scattered play. That ball got inside all the way to Sankner. And a little tug on the jersey. A little push underneath. Is going to be another foul against Wethersfield. 2 more free throws coming for Rocky Hill, number 3, Colin Sankner. That foul is on Vinny Chavone, back into the game, picks up his second now.
Yeah, you could see him on there. He was on the wrong side of the Rocky Hill player, and that was the right call from the ref.
39 seconds gone in the quarter, Tom. 3 fouls already on the Eagles.
That's
not
incredible.
A pace that they can sustain. Not enough bodies on the bench to sustain that pace for the rest of this second half. First shot.
Might need you and I to check in.
First, I don't think they want that at all. Second shot now by Sankner, also no good. Carson off the bounce, gets the rebound.
Give a different meaning to senior night.
Wethersfield now across the timeline. Chavone over to Daigle. Daigle looking to get on track. He's got no points. He's one of the Eagles' leading scorers at about 15 a game. Smith kicks it over to Daigle. He's got a 3-pointer from the wing. No good, but he's fouled. Will that be 3 free throws? We'll see if he was on the line. It's a push on Chavone. It is going to be 3, so nothing better when you're having a slow offensive night than getting a chance to get some freebies at the charity stripe. Senior captain Ian Daigle will get 3 shots here.
Looking for his first points of the game.
59 seconds gone here in the quarter. Shot number 1 is up and rolls in. So Daigle breaks the ice, gets his first point of the night, 22-16. Wethersfield on top. Second of 3 coming now. It is up, and it is good. Looked a little better on that one. 23-16 Wethersfield. Got the third of 3 now for Daigle. He was fouled on the 3-pointer, much to the delight of the Wethersfield student section on that side. Daigle with the third shot, rattles around, no good. Rebounded by Edwards for Rocky Hill. Here comes Chavone now trying to push the pace for the Terriers. Has Edwards on the wing, but doesn't find him. Edwards was wide open as Cade Smith lost his defensive assignment momentarily. Now Edwards gets it on the wing. Smith on him. Oh, and there's going to be a push on the screen as down went Chavone trying to set the pick. Into the game for Wethersfield is number 11, Nick Feliciano, a junior. Sorry, I'm on the wrong roster. No, I'm on the right roster. I tell you what, this action is getting to me, Tom. Number 11 for Rocky Hill is Miles Braithwaite, a junior. Triggers inbounds, gets it to Luke Chavone. He's out high, guarded by Harrison Troy for Wethersfield. Between the legs dribble, looks for the play. Now cuts to the left. Kicks it over in the corner to Braithwaite. He makes a drive, gets back to Chavone. Nice hands and deflection there for Wethersfield. Back out in the logo is Chavone trying to reset the offense. Kicks it over to Braithwaite. He lets go a 3 from the wing. It's good. And that's a nice looking jumper on the wing. 3-pointer for number 11, Miles Braithwaite. Cuts the lead to 4. 23-19 Wethersfield. Just about 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. Smith out high for Wethersfield. Right side into Troy now. Bounce pass on the block. Looking for Carson. Good post-up position there. Nice bounce pass on the entry. He's going to draw the foul.
Eagles haven't been able to find Carson down there too low. Most of the damage they've done has been in transition.
And Daigle back in, replacing Feliciano for Wethersfield. Daigle on the board with his first 2 points after that trip to the free throw line. Inbounds it comes. Daigle. Double team exits, and he's able to go baseline. Short jumper is good. So maybe Ian Daigle, after the free throws, getting a little bit on track here. Quickly ahead. Edwards going to take the 3 from the right wing. It is no good. Tap back in. Nice save, but here comes Chavone. Little contact, no call. Chavone, nice dish to Carson for the layup. 27-19 Wethersfield. That's going to be a timeout for Rocky Hill. Beautiful fast break basketball. The push from Chavone over to Carson, and Wethersfield is rolling here in the third quarter.
Yeah, so Rocky Hill saves that ball out of bounds, but look at Chavone pushing it and then finds a wide open Charlie Carson. Easiest bucket he's going to have all game.
Carson down low, asserting himself. Got nice position on the block. Good entry pass. Drew a foul in the previous possession. Then runs the court well for a big man and got rewarded for it. Beautiful assist from Chavone, and that puts Wethersfield up 8. Biggest lead of the night for the Eagles at 27-19. It's been a back and forth affair. Wethersfield got the first 4 points of the game, and then Rocky Hill jumped out to an 11-6 lead at the end of 1 quarter. Wethersfield, though, outscored the Terriers by 10 in the second quarter to take the 21-16 lead into the locker room at halftime. And they've extended now to 27-19. We've got Rocky Hill basketball, man-to-man full court pressure now for Wethersfield. Ball comes into Braithwaite, gets it off to Chavone. He's able to split 2, gets pass across the timeline now. Nice, good presence there by Troy to catch up and recover defensively. Chavone between the legs. Looking for a place to go, comes left into the lane. Jump stop, shot up off glass, no good. Gets his own rebound. Good hustle there by Chavone. Kicks it out to Edwards. Bounce pass into Chavone. He's at the elbow. Quick step, gets it out to Braithwaite for 3. He's hit 2 in a row. Miles Braithwaite heating up for Rocky Hill. His second straight 3. Cuts the lead to 5 at the 5-minute mark. 5:06 and counting here, third quarter. Wethersfield on top, 27-22. Eagles trying to get an 8th win and secure a spot in the Division IV state tournament. Ball is tapped out of bounds. Right to Coach Bagdasarian. Going to be still Wethersfield basketball as Daigle checks back in for Feliciano. Looks like Coach Bagdasarian might be doing a little offense-defense substitution here with Daigle.
Yeah, it's pretty early to have to do that, but I don't think he's got much of a choice.
Down goes Edwards for Rocky Hill. He's up, and there's Chavone outside looking for Carson. Carson on the block. Let's see if he gets the ball back. Chavone goes all the way. Going to be fouled by Edwards there. Number 2, Tenoro Edwards. As Chavone was kind of stuck and got bailed out really on the foul call there.
Yeah, but good confident take from the freshman here. Drives left, spins, rolls right. Does a nice little double pump to draw contact.
And we're getting a warning, looks like against Edwards. I believe it's a flop warning. So doesn't lead to any immediate penalty, but I believe if he gets whistled again, there will be some repercussions for that. Got to read up on the rule book a little bit of time on this one. I have not seen that outside of NBA action. Chavone for Wethersfield at the line. First shot off front rim, no good. See the frustration there. He thought he had that one. He's got one more to go. Wethersfield up 5 as we get now Daigle and Adamas back in. Interesting though is Daigle in for the defensive stand this time. Second shot is up and good for Chavone. Eagles on top by 6. 4:49 and counting now. Third quarter. Rocky Hill with Tejeda across the timeline. Gets it into the corner for Lombardo. Back out to Tejeda. Sends it across. Here's Chavone. Left-handed shot from 3. Top of the arc. Bounces off. No good. Braithwaite had a little bit of time on the rebound, but the ball got away. Went toward the corner. Goes out of bounds. Looks like it'll be Wethersfield possession. No call. Some contact in the corners. Multiple players went in there. Daigle talking to the official, but everything is copacetic here. And at Wethersfield inbounds, here is number 1, Jacob Adamas, one of the 6 seniors on this Wethersfield team, trying to close out their regular season with a win, trying to close out their careers with a trip to the state tournament. Daigle got 4 in the quarter, looking for more. Free throw line cut off, gets it to Adamas. Step through, nice job. Gets it off the back rim, no good, but draws the foul. He will go to the line for 2 shots, 4:16 to go in the quarter. Foul is on number 21, Luke Chavone for Wethersfield, for Rocky Hill, I should say. That is his second, 4th on the team here in the quarter. And Adamas will go to the line for 2 shots. First one is up. It is no good off the back rim. Wethersfield leaving some opportunities on the table here at the free throw line in this quarter. Both the captains exit the game. Daigle and Smith come to the bench. Second shot here for Adamas. It is up. Nice rotation, but off rim. Leshy had a hand on it on the rebound, but it's out of bounds off him. It'll go to Rocky Hill. Terriers have to face this 2-2-1 Eagles pressure again. Into Tejeda. Now to Braithwaite. Over to Tejeda. He's going to cross the timeline into the double team, but able to get it off to Packer. Here's a shot for Tejeda off the back of the rim. No good on the 3. Rebound there for Adamas. Here come the Eagles. Chavone was open, wanted the pass, didn't get it. Adamas keeps it, tries to make a move, gets inside the arc, now backs it back out. Guarded by Tejeda. Now back out near the midline. Wethersfield looks to run the set. Leshy way out high. On the wing now to Chavone. Looking for Carson down low. Going to draw a foul as Carson had position again and just Braithwaite not able to stay with him. A little bit too much contact, and that's going to lead to free throws for Wethersfield. That's the 5th foul of the quarter against Rocky Hill. Charlie Carson is starting to assert himself here in this third quarter. Getting good position on the low block.
He's got the size down low. The Eagles just haven't been able to find him too often. But this third quarter, they found him a few times.
That shot is off back rim, no good. The foul there on Braithwaite was his 3rd, so Rocky Hill starting to feel a little bit of the foul trouble that Wethersfield has been dealing with. Braithwaite will stay in. Second shot comes for Carson now. 3 dribbles, it is up and right through the bottom of the net. Wethersfield on top now, 29-22. Tejeda gets triple teamed and throws it away, looking for Packer on the far side. So the pressure helps Wethersfield there. Rocky Hill turnover. 3:34 to go here in the third quarter. Wethersfield on top as Feliciano comes back out.
Yeah, the offense, defense to offense substitutions continue for Coach Bagdasarian.
Wethersfield walks it up with Jacob Adamas. Eagles on top by 7. Setting up the play, trying to find Daigle. He's too far out for much of anything right there. Leshy on the wing, into the lane, kicks it off now. Troy with a jumper off glass and good. Number 3, Harrison Troy, sophomore, opens up the biggest lead now for Wethersfield at 9, 31-22. 3:04 to go here in the third quarter. Nice move down low, and it's going to be steps against R.J. Packer. Nice job getting the ball. It was a good entry pass on the block, but as he went to the bucket, shuffled the feet. Turnover for Rocky Hill, and Wethersfield locking in defensively here in this third quarter. They are outscoring the Terriers 10-6 so far in the quarter. Good anticipation by Chavone. He's going to go all the way left-handed into the bucket. It goes off glass. Daigle had to retreat. Didn't want to pick up the 4th foul. And there's a turnover for Wethersfield on the inbound. The pressure by Tejeda forced a little hesitation, and then Adamas stepped over the line on the pass. So Rocky Hill going to take over. Baseline out of bounds. Braithwaite, number 11, will trigger the inbound. Edwards is on the far wing. Now he makes a cut through the basket. A lot of action. Comes out to Tejeda. One-on-one against Chavone. Double team now, dumps it off to Edwards. He's just outside the lane. Now comes all the way back out high to Chavone. On the wing is Braithwaite. He's got 2 threes in the quarter. That is all the scoring. Here's Edwards going to let one go from behind the arc. Off front rim, no good. Tap by Braithwaite. Chavone has it in the lane. He's got Braithwaite out, looking for another 3. It's up. It is no good. Carson battles for the rebound for Wethersfield. He's got it. Is he inbounds? He is. Kicks it over to Chavone. Here come the Eagles running across the midline. Held up. Good transition defense. Daigle for 3 from the right wing. It's good. And the foul. Ian Daigle drops in the 3, and he'll go to the line to complete the 4-point play. Wethersfield opens up the 10-point lead off the big-time bucket from senior captain Ian Daigle.
Yeah, great job here by Chavone, holding up, lays it off for Daigle, and he's right, he drains the deep 3, and the defender for Rocky Hill did not give him space to land. Chance for the 4-point play.
Foul, I believe, was on Rathan Tejeda, number 5 for Rocky Hill. Here is Daigle now. Good on the 4-point play. Believe unofficially that gives him 8 in the quarter after being scoreless at halftime. So Daigle has come alive now here in this third quarter. Stepped right into that 3. A nice pass, good dump off. Chavone's had some nice assists for the Eagles tonight. Here is Luke Chavone for Rocky Hill. Nice play in the lane. Look at the block with the left hand. Eddie Leshy, rejection with the left hand, and the Wethersfield crowd is up on its feet. Big time block there. We're under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. 35-24, Eagles on top. Inbound now for Rocky Hill. Bounce it comes into Packer, comes back out to Braithwaite. Gets it off to Chavone, top of the key, shot is short. Rebounded by Braithwaite, puts it up, nothing doing there. Another offensive rebound. There's Edwards with a shot from the baseline and got it. Nice job by number 2, Tenoro Edwards, as Rocky Hill was relentless on the glass. Good dish again from Chavone. Found Leshy, not able to rattle it home. Rebound there for Packer, and he gets smacked. That's going to be 4 now on number 20, Cade Smith. Just a little too anxious there on the reach as he tried to battle for that rebound. Looks like Packer took a shot in the face, but he's going to be okay. And that is the 4th foul on senior captain, number 20, Cade Smith. He has not found his rhythm tonight yet to score in this one, and that's going to send number 23, R.J. Packer, junior for Rocky Hill, to the line. Minute 34 on the clock. 9-point Wethersfield advantage. First shot is short off the front rim. Back into the game for the Eagles, number 15, Yadiel Boussanet. Feliciano comes back out. He's been doing a nice job hustling in and out on these spot substitutions. So it's going to be a second shot now here for Packer. It is up and no good. Rebound for Leshy. Has to wait, finally able to get the outlet pass. Here it is, far side now. Daigle crosses the timeline. Skip pass all the way over to Boussanet. Inside to Leshy. Oh, had Carson if he had dumped it. Instead makes a spin. Nice block there by Packer for Rocky Hill, and that's going to be a travel. So good defensive stand, but then a turnover gives the ball back to Wethersfield. Baseline out of bounds coming for the Eagles. Minute 19 on the clock here in the third quarter. Boussanet will trigger. We've got the Twin Towers set here with Carson and Leshy in the game. Here comes a dump into Chavon, off glass, no good. Leshy with the rebound, not able to put it in, but he draws the foul. Nice hustle for Eddie Leshy. Had the big block at the other end. Good offensive rebound there. He's going to go to the line for two.
Yeah, good work by Leshy here. They find Chavon. He gets a look, but Leshy battles for that rebound, draws the foul, earns his way to the stripe.
Third foul on number 2, Tenoro Edwards for Rocky Hill. Minute 15 on the clock. First shot up and good. 10-point lead again for the Eagles at 36-26. Eagles have matched their second quarter total, 15 on the board here in this third quarter. Leshy trying to make it 16. Shot is up and good. Eddie Leshy having a game tonight, particularly here in the third quarter. I think we had substitution that the officials are letting into the game. Braithwaite gonna bring the ball inbounds, comes to Chavon. Luke Chavon, number 21 for Rocky Hill. Handles the point guard duties. He's done a nice job distributing. Gets into the lane as he does here. Got a shot coming off glass, left side. It rattles out. Rebound for Carson for Wethersfield. Here's Vinny Chavon now for the Eagles. Across the timeline, guarded by Edwards. Gets it over to Feliciano. Feliciano guarded by Chavon. Now over to Leshy up high. Ball knocked away by Braithwaite on the pass attempt. It'll stay with Wethersfield. Side out of bounds as the offensive firepower comes back for the Eagles. Here's Boussanet and Daigle as Feliciano and Arnold will take a seat for the Eagles. We'll see what the Eagles draw. Back pick looking for Leshy. He's guarded well on that, but there's Daigle popping free. Three-pointer rattles in and out for Ian Daigle. That would have brought the house down if that one dropped. Chavon now able to keep his dribble with Leshy on his back. Sends it out to the wing. Braithwaite's got 2 threes. He steps inside the arc and pops a nice jumper. Gets 2 there for Miles Braithwaite. Down to 30 seconds to go as the Terriers cut the lead to single digits. Boussanet makes, and that's going to be called a block against number 24, Garahy, as Boussanet with a dangerous play, given his foul situation, gets the benefit on that call.
Yeah, the Eagles have had a lot of offensive fouls here. Boussanet drives. That one could have gone either way, but Eagles get the benefit on that one.
Feliciano back into the game. Rebound, offensive board for Carson. Nice work and a draw of foul. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Eagles big men working hard down low. They've missed a couple of free throws and short shots, but the big guys are crashing the net and getting those second chance points.
And you have to wonder how much of this was by design or how much of it was due to the foul situation in the first half. But Leshy did not start, but with him and Carson in the lineup, this Twin Towers set really helping the Eagles. 23.6 on the clock. Carson, shot is up and good. Wethersfield back up 11. It was a 10-point margin when these two teams met in Rocky Hill back on January 20th. The Eagles are up by 11 as we come down to the end of the third quarter here tonight. Nice dish Gary, he has it blocked by Carson. Blocked again by Carson, and Leshy's got it. Chavone on the breakaway, off glass, and good! Wethersfield with the play of the night to end the third quarter. Take their biggest lead, 41-28. The big man down low with the block shots, able to keep it inbounds, and then Chavone on the breakaway. What an ending to that third quarter. Tom, we'll see if we can take a second look at some of that sequence.
That one brought the house down. Carson with back-to-back blocks. They get it ahead for Chavone, who just beats the buzzer and gives the Eagles a 41-28 lead after 3.
And we're going to give our camera operator, Kurt Swanson, kudos for keeping up with that one. That one came down the court quickly. Think we got it all in the replays. So Wethersfield has a big third quarter, 20 points in that third quarter, outscoring Rocky Hill 20-12 in the third. Both teams finding a little bit of their offense. But Wethersfield now with the 13-point lead. More importantly, defensively, one of the things that Coach Bagdasarian called out beforehand, and we've got Rocky Hill sitting at 28 points. It's an important number for Wethersfield because they have had a big number all season long. When the Eagles hold the opposition to 55 points, or under 55, I should say, they are 7-1 on the year. If they give up 55 or more, 0-11. So unless Rocky Hill absolutely explodes on the offensive end, Wethersfield will be under that 55 mark defensively. We'll see if they can add the 8th win in that scenario. And of course, as we talked about, the 8th win would be a big one because that gets the Eagles into the Division IV state tournament, state playoffs, a place the Eagles have not been since 2023, the freshman year for this senior class. Ball battle for it. Leshy has it, gets it over to Chavone. He's going to let go with 3. It's good! Chavone with the last 5 now for the Eagles, and it's a 16-point lead, 44-28. Freshman Vinny Chavone having a ball game tonight on senior night. Here is number 21, Luke Chavone for Rocky Hill. Gets it to Lombardo. Here comes Luke Chavone. Oh, blocked by Leshy, but going to get it whistled for the foul on that one. So Eddie Leshy has had a big second half here, playing alongside fellow big man Charlie Carson. He picks up his 3rd foul, though, does Leshy, on that block attempt. So it's going to be 2 shots for number 21, Luke Chavone, sophomore point guard here for Rocky Hill. Left-hander fires the first one. It's good. 44-29 now. So Eagles' biggest lead of the night was moments ago at 16, 44-28. And we've got the Wethersfield girls team into the gym after their game at Rocky Hill. We do not have any remote correspondence to let us know how that one played out. See if we can get a score update on that one. Chavone over to Daigle, out up high, and we're going to get a timeout here for Wethersfield as the girls team settles in right near our station here in the broadcast booth. And our investigative journalist, Tom McCarter, are going to make his way down to see if he can get a score update from that game in Rocky Hill, girls basketball, final game of their season. And the Terriers come out with the win in that one, but Wethersfield still on the girls' side qualified for the state playoffs, so their season stays alive. We had their senior night a week ago. Big game for their lone senior, Captain Lily Provost, as the Eagles got a win over Maloney a week ago. They're here now to watch the final 7:16 of this one. 7:16 to go, fourth quarter. Wethersfield boys on their senior night, 6 seniors on this team. But it's a freshman with the ball here, Vinny Chavone. He has had a big night. Has the last 5 now for Wethersfield. Looking for more. Nice spin move on the baseline. Gets held up. Good defense. Back out to Boussanet. 3-pointer is good! Wethersfield up by 18 now. They have found their shooting touch after a slow first quarter and most of the first half. Nice spin move for Chavone. 6:48 on the clock. Kicks it over now. Nice dish inside, but the shot by Garahy is short. Good pass there by Sankner. Here come the Eagles the other way. Chavone holds it up out high, guarded by Sankner, number 3. Over to Boussanet. He's guarded by Chavone. Gets inside the lane. Now lets one go from behind the arc. Top of the key. Off back rim. No good. Daigle battles for the rebound. Taken away there by Rocky Hill. Lombardo has it over to Edwards now. Terriers across the timeline. Looks like a 2-3 zone for Wethersfield. Yeah, actually man-to-man just looked a little different. Rebound off the miss. Boussanet has it. He's got Daigle up front if he can find it, but not able to make the cross-court pass. Boussanet holds it up, kicks it into Carson. Now back out to Chavone. He's going to let one go behind the arc. It's up, it's good! Another 3 for Vinny Chavone. Pardon me as I get overly excited here. That gives the Eagles 50. They've opened up a 21-point lead. Vinny Chavone has caught fire here in the second half. He's got 8 of the Eagles' last 11. Wethersfield in the second half has put up 29. That is what Rocky Hill has total for the game now. 21-point lead is the biggest of the night for the Eagles. Cheer team on the far side in front of the student section. Dance team over here on this side near us, along with members of the girls basketball team. Looks like some youth basketball teams over here along our side as well. Chant from the student section. Looks like they are looking for number 30, Devin Lynch, is what I believe the cheers are for. I believe it is We Want Devin. It looks like he's up. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the game yet. 5:52 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Number 5 for Wethersfield, freshman Vinny Chavone, had the breakaway layup to end the third quarter, opened the fourth quarter scoring with a 3, just hit another 3 to open up the biggest lead of the night for the Eagles. They've been able to manage the foul trouble from the first half. Daigle had a big third quarter after not scoring in the first half. Boussanet has added. Here's a nice 3-pointer from the wing. Short, though, for Rocky Hill. Rebounded by Troy for Wethersfield. Over to Vinny Chavone. He'll walk it across the timeline. Skip pass over to Feliciano. Tapped away. Nice steal by Luke Chavone, number 21. He's going all the way in for the left-handed layup over Carson. He wanted that block, but not able to get to it. Nice shield there by Luke Chavone to take it to the rack. 50-31.
Carson took a nice swing at that one.
Ball in for the Eagles. Picked up the dribble on the far side. Here comes Troy now to rescue it. Pass over on the far side, looking for Chavone. Drives baseline, knocked away from behind. Good recovery there by Edwards for Rocky Hill, able to poke the ball away. Now number 5, Rathan Tejeda, gives off to number 11, Miles Braithwaite. Top of the key. Comes back now left side. Give and go. Braithwaite all the way, and there's a block for Carson. Wethersfield's big men, Carson and Leshy, each with multiple block shots on the night. The impressive part is most of them have been with the left hand, so they're going against the offensive player's strong hand, putting the left hand up and knocking the ball away. Ball comes in at Tejeda. Baseline jumper is up and good. Pure looking shot there along the baseline for Rathan Tejeda. 50-33, 4:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. Wethersfield still getting after it. Bagdasarian up, barking out instructions to his team. A little bit of confusion there as Adamas and Daigle got in the same spot, but Wethersfield keeps possession. Daigle with the cut to the glass and up and good. Ian Daigle, senior captain, capping off what has been a good second half for him on the offensive end. Gives the Eagles back a 19-point lead. Going to be a timeout here for Rocky Hill. 4:07 on the clock, 52-33. And are we going to look back at the last play?
Yeah, nice
All
feed
right.
from Carson to Daigle underneath, composed off the glass and in for the senior to senior. So
Wethersfield started off hot, 4-0 lead very early. Rocky Hill brought the game to the Eagles, though. Went up 11-6 after 8 minutes of play. Second quarter, though, Wethersfield started to find their touch a little bit. Yadiel Boussanet got hot, had 6 of his 11 first half points in that second quarter. Wethersfield went to the locker room with a 5-point lead at 21-16. They put 20 on the board in that third quarter to open this game up. Their biggest lead of the night, 21 at 50-29 after the three-pointer by Chavone.
And while this is senior night, Coach Bagdasarian has really used just about his entire roster and has had a number of contributions from, 10, 11 players so far.
So Eagles break the huddle, come back out after the Rocky Hill timeout. Terriers are going to inbound right in front of their bench. Tejeda will go into the backcourt to Braithwaite. Crosses the timeline. Daigle waits for him. Top of the key. Gives off to Edwards. Give and go. Trying to get it back to Braithwaite. Taken away. Knocked away by Daigle into the hands of Troy for Wethersfield. Here comes Adamas across the timeline. Met by Tejeda. Wethersfield looking for the offensive set. Daigle inside the logo near half court. Poked away by Chavone. He's going to get to it. Will he get the left-handed layup? Stop. Nice drop step. Gets his own rebound. Has to bring it back out. Daigle with a nice job holding his ground and not fouling. Chavone took it right to the glass. Bounce in, and Carson with the takeaway. Here's Adamas. Wethersfield with a bit of an advantage if they can get to the basket. Kick out. Now here's Daigle, top of the key for three. No good. Off the rim. Boussanet battles for the rebound. It comes all the way back out to Troy. Here's Daigle now. Elbow jumper up. No good off back glass. And here's the rebound for Rocky Hill as Packer gets it over to Chavone. Terriers across the midline. Approaching the 3-minute mark. 3:04 and counting. Here's a three-pointer by Tejeda straight away off the side of the rim. Boussanet high to snatch the rebound, and he comes down the court quickly. 1-on-3, ball poked away. Able to keep it in the hands of the Eagles. Good hustle as Boussanet hit the floor. Looks like he might have banged his hip a little bit on that one. The Eagles bring it back out. 20 seconds on the shot clock now as Adamas waits for the play to develop. Comes now near side. Troy bounce pass into Boussanet. Number 15, Yadiel Boussanet, going to go to the line, and the crowd is erupting as number 30, Devin Lynch, senior, is up and ready to check into the game. Student section absolutely loving it across the way from us. Boussanet pops the free throw in. Fourth foul there on Tenoro Edwards, and listen to the crowd in the hand for number 30, Devin Lynch, one of the 6 seniors here on senior night. Sees his first action of the night. Wethersfield up 20. This free throw would match their biggest lead of the night at 21. It's good. Nothing but bottom of the net for Yadiel Boussanet. 2:35 and counting here. Wethersfield up by 21. Shot off the front rim, rebounded by Carson. Knocked away by Edwards, but Boussanet gets it back down the sideline, now middle of the floor. Kicks it over now outside. Daigle thought about the three, but going to pull it back out. Gives to Chavone. 23 on the shot clock as Chavone battles Edwards inside the circle, and it's going to be a foul against Edwards. That may be 5 against Tenoro Edwards, and he's going to have to take a seat. Into the game for Rocky Hill will be number 10, Anthony Lombardo. Lombardo and Edwards, 2 seniors on this team, along with Wilson Maddock, Rathan Tejeda, and Michael Garahy. A good battle for this Rocky Hill team tonight. Wethersfield just finally found the outside touch and the full court pressure. That's going to be a foul the other way as Devin Lynch is going to draw a foul just into the game. Tried to establish position on the low block and a little too much contact. Foul on Lynch is the second of the quarter for Wethersfield. So not a lot of whistles here in this fourth quarter. Both teams, each team with 2 fouls on the board. That's the first on Lynch. He's got the defensive assignment here on Braithwaite. Braithwaite, nice bounce pass, baseline jumper for Packer. Bounces off the back rim and good. Wethersfield now. Daigle across the line. Gives it over to Yadiel Boussanet. Now to Adamas in the lane, off glass, strong drive there. for Jacob Adamas, one of the 6 seniors on this Wethersfield team. Three-pointer from the wing. Nice shot there from Colin Sankner Jr. for Rocky Hill. Terriers are going to call another timeout to get substitutions into the game as Sankner will take a seat.
We'll take another look at that last play. Daigle hands off to Boussanet. Adamas, nice drive to the lane. Looked like he had Lynch on that back door. I was wondering if he's going to hit him with the bounce pass, but he took him himself, converted, and the Eagles are up 56-38.
93 seconds to go before this one is final. It will be the very important 8th win of the season for this Wethersfield team in Coach Bagdasarian's 2nd year at the helm. Ball poked away as Carson tried to dump it into Lynch. Poked away again. Carson with 2 attempts to get the ball into Lynch. Not able to do it, and that's an over and back. Turnover against Wilson Maddock, one of the seniors for Rocky Hill. Gives the ball back to Wethersfield, and into the game are several players for the Eagles as the seniors take a seat. Daigle with a big second half. Boussanet was consistent all night long offensively. Adamas had that strong drive. Carson with nice defensive effort on the blocks, had good position in the post in the second half. Cade Smith, senior starter, played well. Had to battle foul trouble all night. Devin Lynch through the legs, shot is up off glass, no good. The crowd was ready to explode. Back out to Lynch now with a minute to go here in the 4th quarter. Goes behind back, double team taken away by Braithwaite. Here come the Terriers. Devin Lynch takes it away, battle for the ball at the midline. Rocky Hill has it. Over it comes to Maddock now. He's gonna launch a long 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Wethersfield. Iannucci has it, thinks about it. Tejeda with the defensive effort there. Oh, gets a little bit cute with the ball, does Iannucci. Now he's looking for Lynch, gotta go somewhere. Might get a 5-second call out of this, able to dump it off midline. Poked away by Braithwaite right at the midline. Ball goes toward the sideline, Wethersfield able to keep it. Eagles now with 23 seconds. 20 seconds now until the end of the game, and everybody is looking for the bucket from Lynch. He puts one up again and rattles it home! The perfect cap for senior night is number 30, Devin Lynch. Gets the final bucket for the Eagles. That'll do it. It's a 20-point win for Wethersfield. The clock winds down, and the team mobs senior Devin Lynch as he dropped a free throw line jumper off the back of the rim, and good. Eagles 58, Rocky Hill 38. An 8th win for Coach Bagdasarian's squad will send them to the Division IV playoffs. And senior night is a happy one if you're an Eagles fan. We want to take a look back as we'll get some highlights ready to roll for you. Whenever our producer director gives me the signal.
Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. We're going to go for it.
We're going to pick it up in the 3rd quarter. Still a close game here. Chavone, look at him pressing as he did all game long. Lays it off for Carson with the layup. Gives the Eagles, extends their lead, and then Chavone here drops it off for Daigle. Daigle drains the 3, and it's a 4-point play for senior Ian Daigle on senior night. Rocky Hill pushing the pace up here, but look at Leshy. Big left-handed block. The big men came to play for the Eagles. And then again, Carson, not 1 block, but 2 blocks. And Leshy gets it ahead to Chavone. Chavone lays that one up and in. And now we're going to jump ahead to the 4th quarter. Leshy battling, gets the ball to Chavone. Doesn't even think about it. The freshman drains the 3. And back to the seniors. Chavone finds Boussanet. Hits the deep 3. Eagles extending their lead, and then Chavone feeling it. Another 3 for the freshman, and then you saw it just a few seconds ago. Devin Lynch, everybody in the building wanted to see him shoot. Puts it up. It hits the rim 3 times and goes in, and the crowd goes as crazy as they did all game long, Dave.
So on senior night, when the seniors, not only on the boys basketball team, but also on the Wethersfield cheer and dance squads, were honored. The Wethersfield boys put on a show in the second half. They pulled away for the 20-point victory, 58-38 final. Sends the Eagles into the state tournament for the first time since 2023. Congratulations to Coach Bagdasarian and the senior class for making that run, and we will wish them luck as they advance to the playoffs. They'll be on the road, certainly, for their first round game. No idea who that will be against, but if you're a fan of the team, just pay attention to all your usual information sources, and I'm sure that will get out pretty quickly as the bracket gets set. We have enjoyed it tonight. We want to thank the coaches for the cheer team, Allie Cormier, for the dance team, Mindy McNeil. I want to thank producer-director Tom McCarter, camera operator, and national anthem performer Kurt Swanson. And we always appreciate the help we get from the WHS Athletics Department, AD Sterling Scanlon, assistant Barbara Bellis. We truly appreciate the hospitality and their help getting us set up in the gym. We've enjoyed our 2 senior night basketball games. Hope to do more of these next season. And look for us on the McGuss production side somewhere at a Wethersfield event sometime soon. And we thank everybody for watching. Good night from Wethersfield Eagles, 58, Rocky Hill, 38.